Okay, today is October 9th, 2017, the Village of Stryker, regular council meeting at 6 p.m. Tonight, opening us in prayer is Mr. Matt Dodd, chaplain for Baptist Church. Sir?
Let's pray. God, you reign, and we pray and thank you that you are able to be a refuge, and strength, an ever-present help in a time of trouble. Thank you that there is nothing that is happening in our world that you don't know about and that you aren't able to do something about. Thank you for the privilege to pray and to commit ourselves, this meeting, and everything going on to you. God, thank you that even though we're just a small part of this world, you are concerned about the matters that are even being discussed tonight. And so we commit this meeting to you. I thank you for specifically the people that serve the village council and their service to our community. We pray that as they discuss matters that you give them wisdom and discernment. We pray that there would be unity, and even where there's places of disagreement, that they could be respectfully talked about. And ultimately, we do pray that the Village of Stryker would be a place where people and families can thrive. So we pray that you would direct the conversations tonight, and that you would be honored in what takes place. So we commit ourselves and this time to you and pray this in Jesus' name. Amen.
Tonight, leading us in the pledge, easy for me to say, isn't it? Leading in the pledge is Mr. Rick Whittick.
From the pledge uncovered. Good evening, thanks for this opportunity to pledge to the allegiance to the flag. I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you, sir. We have to send a roll call. Roll call.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Oberlin?
Yes.
Levens?
Yes.
Sperling? Frisbee?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
You notice Bob is not here right now. He is potentially going to try and make it back. I don't know if he's going to be able to do that, but he was going to try and push for that. Going to change from this agenda just a slight bit. I asked Mr. Whittick to stay as well, just for at least this portion. Many of you know that here recently, and this is something I don't want to have to do very often. However, it's something that I think I need to do. Number one, as a tribute, a way to say thank you, but I don't want to do it very often because it's to remember Vernon Sloan. He's a member, he was a 1944 graduate of Stryker, but I'm doing this out of respect because he was an Army veteran during World War II. We don't have very many of those gentlemen around anymore. So for his service, I mean, we owe him a lot. No matter where he was at there, as a citizen of the country, we owe him. So I wanted to just take that moment to acknowledge him and his family. So there's my curveball for tonight. Next, that will lead us into, Mr. Whittick, thank you for staying to that little portion.
Thank you.
That will lead us into the previous minutes from 9/11/2017. Is there a motion?
I'll make a motion to accept the minutes of 9/11/2017.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a roll call.
Oberlin?
Yes.
Levens?
Yes.
Frisbee?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Leads us into the finance report. Prior to going into nominations there, Beth, do you have anything that you want to discuss before we
I
approve?
don't think so, unless you guys have any questions.
Any specific for Beth?
Nothing.
Okay, with that, is there a motion to approve the finance meeting from 10/6/2017?
I'll make the motion to accept the minutes from the finance committee.
Finance report.
Or finance report, sorry. And 2/17.
10/6.
It was on the second.
Okay, let's look at this correction.
Let's just, making a motion to accept my report
Yes.
as of.
It was 10/2?
Of
Okay.
10/6.
That's what the meeting.
10/6.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, from 10/6/2017. Okay. Is there a second?
I'll second.
And a roll call.
Levens?
Yes.
Frisbee?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Holbrook?
Yes.
We just send communications, the trick or treat is October 28th. October 28th, from 5 p.m. to 6:30 p.m. So from okay, you're a little early on your costume. That's all good. Another announcement, there is the Jonathan Renninger benefit Sunday, October 22nd, 2017, and that will be at Votaw Farms. There is a flyer up here, I can get that for you as well. We know that this is one a little close to our hearts here just because this is Beth's child. So also take a look at that. If you can support that, that would be great as well. Is there any other communications that the council members have from this time?
No.
Okay. And over here, you guys have any communications? Citizens, we will start over here. Dean and Tammy Schrader.
Yeah, we live down at 106 Cherry Street, which is behind Dollar General Store. We have had to call police department down several times for people trespassing, walking behind on our property, between the field the town owns and our barn, coming down from, I don't know if it's apartments or the people east of us. And basically, it's a liability for everybody. You guys own the field. We own, homeowners down along there, owns property, butted up. Somebody trips, falls, gets hurt, we're all gonna get sued. Now, is need a remedy? I mean, to save all of us? Now, something else I'm also interested in too, or we both are, is to come up with a purchase price where I can buy that a lot directly behind me over to the southern edge of Dollar General property. And if we can work, maybe in the future, come up with a deal on that. But we've got to do something about this. I mean, I'm sure Chief's Law Enforcement Department's getting tired of being called down there. We've got numerous pictures on game cams of different people being back here. I've got no trespassing signs up. It don't work.
Dean, are they continuing to go
Yes.
through there
Yes,
since
I got the pictures.
we've been down?
Yes, and it's
I
the
call,
same person.
Same person.
I call the department when I personally see them,
Mhm.
and they told me, make sure I had trespassing signs up. I put the game cam up, and it's costly. I mean, we can't be out, everybody cannot be out here all the time to catch them. I've got a pig path starting along the road, back
Now,
up. road.
you've been out when we have talked to people.
Yes.
Is it the same people? Or
No.
are there different people?
From the one.
Because we actually made an arrest
Right.
off of some of the folks that were
Yeah.
walking through there.
Yeah, no, it is different people, and we're even having kids go through the yard. And the one pictures that I have, it's the same person every single time.
And if you guys want to see them, the pictures from the game cam, she's got them loaded on her phone.
Because
Yeah,
we
we'll take a look.
we built in the fence for the kennel for the dogs, because we knew this was coming out. We knew they'd get a distraction. They would start barking to help keep them from barking. They hear people come through, they're gonna bark. I don't put them out in my kennel because have people going through the yard. And I don't wanna get a phone call and have the cops down there because my dogs are being a nuisance.
Is it people from the apartments? Is that where the
I-
continuing
Some of
problem
them
is?
are, we don't
don't
know
know.
exactly where they live at. I mean, all we know is east of us.
I thought maybe we could talk to
Well,
management there and
actually,
make an
we had,
issue.
when it
Yeah.
first started popping up, we had, maybe on the second time that we got the complaints, we did make contact with the apartment manager. There's only so much that they can do.
Right.
You know, as far as, we had her post it, like up on the office, just
First step.
information.
And that's why I'm down
you know,
here trying to,
don't walk.
help you guys. I know you guys are getting tired of coming down.
And that's okay.
For something simple.
No, and that's okay. I mean, that's what we're here for. So, continue to call when you see somebody. Stop up and see me tomorrow. Bring your information up, and we'll try to identify, who it is, and, we'll.
Yeah, because these pictures have better shots of them
Mhm.
since we moved it.
So, yeah, that's fine. And I absolutely understand your concerns, liability-wise and everything, but people are trespassing, they're
Yeah.
trespassing. So,
And I'm sure once the cornfield's down, people's gonna be cutting across the field, straight
Yeah.
across. Beans go in next year. I'm sure Mr. Planson's not gonna want a path back and forth across his beans.
It's definitely something like Chief said, get with him tomorrow so he can look through your data.
Okay.
As far as the thought of selling like that, heard a little bit of, that might be a possibility. There's a potential out there of some other things going on. If that doesn't go through, there's some other thoughts on what to do, or just go through and leave that farmland. We really don't have a lot as far as discussion right now on what we would do with that. But we have heard a little bit of interest, or I have, of potentially expanding some backyards. So I have heard a little bit. You're the second one. So right now, we don't have anything on that.
Okay.
But definitely, I'm hearing that a little bit now.
Yeah, I mean, I am interested in buying it.
Okay. Anything more?
That's all we had.
Great. Mr. Fralick?
I'm interested in, I actually put an offer in at 803 East Defiance Street. Brown House should be South Defiance Street, why it's east, I don't know. But it has a lot to the north of it, and I know I can put a garage on that lot if I want to, and it's okay. I was curious, I own Fralick and Sons. I've been operating out of Stryker now for a little over a year. Kind of doing it out of my garage, out of the garage of another house that I own, and business is starting to pick up to where I need more storage. So I was curious if I build a garage, I have specs of something. It's kind of gotten bigger because I went and kind of laid it out on the lot this morning. 32 by 48 is what I'm thinking, 3-car garage, or 3 garage doors on it, so my trailers would be inside. It'd be mostly storage, there would be a little shop in it. Would I be allowed to put a sign, Fralick and Sons sign on it? I know that turns it to commercial, and that's kind of, what can I do if I do put up a building, or, what I don't want to do is buy it, have it turn commercial, and then go build a building, because then I need a whole bunch of commercial stuff. So I'll build it as just a garage, and then maybe eventually I would like to have a sign,
To work through it.
a sign on the front of the building, or I don't want, it's not gonna be like construction site where you see trash laying everywhere. I'm not that
So
kind
you're
of
looking
person.
more for storage right now?
I'm looking for storage, but there would be table saws and stuff in there, it'd be standard.
That one, what I would tell you is go through Beth and Alan, they can go through all the zoning items,
Okay.
all those ordinances. They're well versed in it compared to me. I can say, yep, this is commercial, this is, and that's about the extent of it. So if you can go through those two for the details, if there needs to be some type of a change in the zoning, then we would need the zoning board of appeals. There would be some steps, and she can walk you through that as well.
Okay,
We have done that, I think, one time since I've been here.
okay, so it is possible.
There's potential, yeah.
Okay,
That I would ask you to follow up with,
Yep,
with
I
both of
will.
those to give you the exact details,
okay.
because I don't want to lead you wrong.
Nope, I appreciate it.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
appreciate for doing that, that's awesome. Hope it goes good for you.
it's going good. It's growing faster than I thought. I need help if anybody wants to help. There's nobody can work. Nobody works.
Yeah. Okay, next is Kim and Victoria Stuckey.
I'm Kimberly Stuckey. I'm with the Girl Scouts. For part of my Girl Scout Boulevard project, I am doing banners down South Defiance Street. And I have
South and North.
South and North, yes. Here's some. So that is some of the designs that we have for the banners. We are having 3-Chord and Archbold do them for us. Right now we're looking at about 10 banners, more if it looks like it needs them. More down Lynn Street also, wasn't it?
I would like to put some down Lynn Street because that is also a main highway, so.
I will be paying for the banners through what I made through Girl Scouts. What I was asking the town was if they would possibly be willing to donate money towards hardware for the banners. The banners would be going up on the posts through town. They would only be up spring through fall, and they would have to come down anyways due to Christmas decorations, but that helps prolong the life of the banners. Lots of train of thought.
We did a booth up at the fire department, the Summerfest, and we had people vote which banners they liked best.
We had them vote between 3 options. It's the one with
Option one,
the
two, three.
red into those.
Yes, those.
Yes.
The ones with more color.
So we had about 67 people vote. We had about 10 for the first option, 33 for the second one, and 24 for option 3. And
Option
I
two.
personally like option 3 the best.
Show us, Vanna. Which one is it, Vanna? Vanna White.
They are 18 by 36, so about your normal banner size. They are digitally printed with all the colors, so that also saves on the price of the banner. But also it gives them so it's one solid piece. They are double-sided banners, but they are one solid piece, so you wouldn't feel any of the lettering on them at all. See how much? Other page, that's right.
Yeah.
So with 3-Chord, with doing the 10 banners, it's about $54 per banner. It's about $540. Again, I would be covering that. I've got money to use up before I get out of Girl Scouts. I think that's about it.
And then this goes along with her plantings, where she's done the welcome signs and all the plantings out here.
And we've also done other cleanups besides that. Actually, last Wednesday we just did cleanup out around Lockport Bridge, around the railings with town or county can't get.
So based on what you see, what do you project the cost is for the hardware? Do you have any idea about what that hardware cost is?
Talking to Steve Peters, he has done banners uptown at the school. He was saying it's around $20 for a set for the poles. But he's a little preoccupied with football and cannot get back to us yet on that.
Okay.
So, but that was his cost, that's what he did for at the school. So,
What hangers have we been used for our new Christmas decoration? Does that work for them or not?
I don't know that we're going to own those. The hangers for the stuff that we're doing would be different from, correct?
So it probably would be the right
and
size.
these have a 3-inch rod pocket at the top and the bottom. So, basically it's just yeah, I don't know what it is, a little bracket that you use the screw and it tightens it up, whatever that's called.
So a whatchamacallit attached to a whatchamacallit.
There you go.
Screw to that thing.
The other thing we would need the town to do would to put them up and take them down, because that is a liability.
For Girl Scouts, I am not allowed to do that.
We run into an issue with that.
Yes, we ran into that issue with Christmas lights. We do not have a lift. We were going up a ladder, but the ladder wouldn't reach some of the Christmas lights.
There was a group that put them up last year that just kind of, it was a group that kind of came together by Facebook and kind of grassrooted put lights up for us last year, so that's a possibility there. What did you say the total cost of the project that you believe it's going to be? Did you say what it was total?
The 10 banners is $540. And we can always do more, so she has money to burn, but yes.
Did you have money left over from your first project?
Oh, we did have some, yes, but I don't know what, I'm bringing that with us. I think we were like $200. I think you guys gave us $1,500, and I don't think it came back, I know it did come to $1,500.
Based on that, would you guys be willing to look, and council-wise, would you be willing to split the cost? If that's $544, would you be able to split it right down the middle?
No, she is paying the banners.
We're just asking for hardware.
For hardware.
Yes.
Yes.
I was giving away too much.
No, she has done, we sell lots of cookies. So she did a project last year that was Operation.
People donate money to give cookies to veterans overseas.
Troops.
Can I tell you I was a benefit of that 1 year?
Really?
Oh, they're like gold overseas. You can get anything for a box of cookies.
So
Did
she's
you experience that too, Chief?
I don't want cigarettes.
And she spent hours on the
I was in the Marines, Joe.
You didn't have time to eat that.
Yeah, that's really a nice thing. I did benefit from that probably 6-7 years ago. Girl Scout cookies are amazing.
Yeah, they ship lots of them. The one thing I would like is that town is not, Strikers is not uptown. It is the whole length. And so if they can be like down towards Quadco and clear out by the track. And then either 2 or 3 down Lynn Street, so.
So they were stretched out, so it's not just where the businesses are. It includes people where people live and.
So that's if you need more, if you think that we need more than 10 to be able to stretch, that is no problem.
Okay.
So,
So with that, council, are you okay if we go through and purchase the hardware?
Sure.
Whatever that cost is for that,
Yeah.
within reason. Not gold plated or anything.
we're not ordering out of the catalogs that FX to give me. Oh my gosh.
Okay.
We can't afford those.
So why don't we go through it and look at doing that, paying for the hardware for those signs. With that, I would say get with Beth or Emily. They have a really good idea where some of our Christmas lights are going and some of those decorations. So you might be able to offset some of that so they could stay up a little bit longer potentially.
Well,
Just take a,
The banners, if they stay up throughout the winter, they
they'll
will.
heat up.
Yes. So that was the only thing. So.
And if something were to happen to the banners, if they got damaged due to wind or anything, we are able to get new ones through 3-Cord. They save all the records, all the designs that they have. So I think it's under my name.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure.
we'll give you all
Yeah,
the
we would
information.
give you the information. But if anything were to happen to them, they keep all the information and we would just remake them.
What is your time frame that you're looking at?
We just need your guys' go ahead, and then we will, like, they will not be put up this year. There's no way that can happen. So, but they would be done for the spring, so. She just needs to finish her gold up before she graduates. So. But which banner would you guys pick if you, which one's your?
The last time I tried to pick a Christmas decoration, I got voted out. So I'll pick the one that's not gonna get it.
I like 2 or 3. I got 2.
Surprises. They both look very nice. Or actually, all three of them do.
All of them look really neat.
I know different people made comments that, one, they can't read the writing, two, you have to read up and down and sideways, and like, yeah, you're going through town, and that's, it's amazing how many people never realized that anything was done to the signs. I'm like, okay.
Let's leave that up to the project manager's discretion. How's that work?
We're good.
Yeah, just get with Beth on the artwork. Thank you, that's gonna look really nice.
Very nice job.
Appreciate what you've done so far. Okay. Next one goes to village solicitor, top the signs. Katie, top the signs.
I don't think I can. I have nothing
That leads us into committee reports from the finance minutes of 10/2/2017. Since the head of that one is not here, who's by default next in line? Ms. Tompkins or Mr. Frisbee? Either of you want to take on that? You just got nominated by default. She's handing over her notes.
That's. Okay, we had a meeting Monday on the 2nd at 6:30 p.m. Finance meeting, Finance Committee. Members present were Robert Sperling, Chairperson, Lana Tompkins, and myself. Others present were Fiscal Officer Beth Radiger, Mayor Joe Beck, Village Administrator Alan Meadsiker, Police Chief Steve Slosher, and Mike Curvile from First Insurance Group. And first on the agenda, Mr. Curvile spoke. Mike Curvile of First Insurance Group addressed the committee to go over the renewal options for the village employees' health insurance. He explained that the village currently has a traditional grandmother/grandfather type plan. The renewal rate is almost 26%. Mr. Curvile went over the plans, explained the differences between the traditional and the Affordable Care Act plans. After discussion, the committee decided to recommend the council to accept the plan with a higher deductible, which would lower the renewal rate increase to 11%. And during the meeting, Council Sperling suggested the payroll ordinance, the payroll ordinance could be changed to state the employee will pay 10% of the health care premium through a bi-weekly payroll withholding. The employee would be eligible for the deductible reimbursement from the village after producing an EOB statement to the fiscal officer showing the deductible has been met. The employee will be responsible for the first 10% of deductible for reimbursement. The committee will recommend the council to accept the Blue Access Option D58 plan with an RX Option 8 renewal option. Number 3. Do we need to explain that?
It's the plan that you guys.
It's what we chose, or what we thought would be best.
It was a pretty good plan.
Yes. With the suggested payroll ordinance changes. The committee also went over the proposed 2018 budget. Specific items discussed were police laptops coming out of capital outlay instead of Chief Slosher's budget, and we also discussed some council wages. Fiscal Officer Beth Rediger advised she would prepare the 2018 budget and payroll ordinances for council to approve in the regular council meeting in December of this year. With no further business, the committee adjourned. And that was about it.
Any questions for the finance committee personnel? We get a motion to accept the finance minutes from 10/2/17.
Make a motion to accept the minutes from 10/2/17.
Is there a second? Second. And roll call, please.
Yes.
Tompkins? Yes. Armstrong?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Blevins?
Yes. We just into old business, I don't know that we necessarily have anything marked down for that, unless you guys had something.
I don't have anything.
Yes, DG's mowed, so that was a positive step. They mowed again today, so.
So they finally got it in their system, in their
Maybe they got
corporate
it
system.
Going, so.
Good.
it's
No
looking-
sheep had to get involved, no.
And I think Chief Slusher had a little help there as well in getting that going, so
Yeah.
helping get Dollar General with the
Oh,
mowing.
yeah.
Right. So he was able to help with that, so that was a good thing.
Have they mowed it since?
They
She
just
said
mowed
that,
today,
Good.
but I didn't know, Alan, you were gonna check on those drain things?
I sent an email to corporate, and he wanted me to send some pictures. I sent some pictures, and I haven't heard back from him, so he's aware of it.
and I didn't notice until you called it out at our last meeting.
Yeah,
Definitely a concern.
kind of all filled in with grass. Grass and rocks. Grass and rocks.
Okay, that moves us into the legislation, looking at resolution 10, TAC 2017, TAC 9. This is looking to suspend and pass the refuse and recycling contract. Is there a motion to suspend?
I'll make a motion to suspend resolution 10, 2017-9.
Is there a second? Roll call.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Armstrong? Overland?
Yes.
Blevins?
Yes.
Frisbee?
Yes.
Looking for a motion to pass resolution 10, TAC 2017, TAC 9.
I'll make a motion to pass resolution 10-2017 dash.
I'll second.
And roll call.
Armstrong?
Yes.
Overland?
Yes.
Blevins?
Yes.
Frisbee?
Yes.
Tompkins?
Yes.
Okay, on this next one, before we do the third and final reading of ordinance 2017-04, the golf carts, need some advice here from the council. We do have some recommended changes. We did not have time to get them into that. What we could do is basically put this on hold for the third reading for next month, to give you all time to go through and look at those changes, or we could do it as is and then make amendments later. What would your suggestion be? I like the idea of holding till next
I was
month.
gonna say, you might as well hold this one, it's not like anybody's gonna be riding golf carts.
So we will hold off on the third and final reading to give everyone a chance to look at those final adjustments prior to making this an official ordinance. Okay.
Say for November then?
Yes,
Yeah, thank you.
that way we can spend some time to verify that's how we want to have it in there. That leads us into administrator report.
Last month, the guys had fixed a water leak next to the school property. It was on our main, on our right of way. Reported by the school on the playground. Come to find out, it was nothing too major. We dug it up and fixed it. As everybody is waiting to hear, the leaf pickup season will begin next week. So if you have any leaves that need picked up before, you can bring them up to the dumpster. We have a compost dumpster behind the village hall here, and they can be thrown in there. Another thing on the agenda is hydrant flushing will be the week of October 23rd. So if you occur any red water, just it'll be dissipated in flushing it out and be gone within a day or so. So, is there any questions from anybody?
We'll talk about the orange barrels.
Oh, the orange barrels by ODOT. I just got word today, they are doing the sidewalk approaches starting tomorrow morning. So they already have them ripped out and they will be pouring concrete tomorrow. Not sure how many days it'll take depending on the weather, so it should be completed this week. That's all I have.
So that fix that you did, was that with the new backhoe?
Yes. working good.
No scratch on it yet though, right?
Just one.
That leads us into village officials being requested to go into an executive session for hiring of personnel. With that one, I believe we are looking at just Chief Selector and the ones at the table. Is that correct?
No, sir, that's not correct.
Okay.
You know, this summer has been very stressful
So
on
no-
the department.
I'm gonna jump in. No
Okay.
executive or yes to?
No.
Okay.
This summer has been very stressful on everybody, you and I in particular. This isn't anything, Joe, that you and I can't work out man to man, face to face. I go to battle with you, and I love you like a brother. The last time we talked, we embraced, and I looked you in the eye and I told you that I loved you like a brother, and I mean it. And I'd go to battle with you in a heartbeat. So when we're done here, I would like to talk to you, you know, after we're done here. But this isn't anything that anybody needs to know about but you and I. And that's the way I'm gonna request it.
Okay.
Okay? Will that work out for you?
That works.
Okay. All right. So, just a couple of bullets here. Steve Mendez and Rocco have been invited. I don't have the exact location in Pennsylvania, but they've been invited by the Throwaway Dogs Project that Rocco came through. Obviously, it's a nonprofit organization that trains dogs. Retired police officer out of the Philadelphia area. Trains dogs, saves them from abused, neglected situations. They're doing a calendar, a 2018 calendar. They've invited Steve to take part in a photo shoot along with Rocco. And so obviously with the mayor's consent, we're going to allow him to take the patrol vehicle. I think he said it was pretty close to Philadelphia, but they're going to be paying the hotel expense and things of that nature. We're going to pay for the fuel and whatever meals that he needs to get there and back. So, but I think it's a great opportunity for everybody. I mean, this project is absolutely amazing. They've given out, I don't know how many canines, and how much does it cost to train one of those guys?
Oh,
10,000?
You're looking anywhere between $5,000 and $10,000.
Yeah.
Yeah, depending on where you go and what you got.
If you're going to go out and purchase one.
Yes, yeah, you did. Yeah, you did.
And then it's the training on top of that. It's crazy. But, you know, this organization, again, you know, they're a great organization. Steve has not found any flaws in Rocco's game. And, I mean, that dog, he's ready to go all the time. Again, I just think it's something that we can do to show him our gratitude and what he's done for Steve and what he's done for this village. A lot of this is on his own dime. I just think it would be a fantastic opportunity for everybody involved. So, wanted to throw that out there. Also wanted to let you guys know Drew Seipel's going to be leaving us. He's going to be taking a full-time deputy position with Defiance County Sheriff's Office. You know, it is what it is. I'm so happy for him because, man, that kid. I mean, I love all my officers, you know, but you know, there are just some officers that just get you. You know, Drew, you know, he's 22 years old, just a kid, wet behind the ears. You know, just practically got out of diapers. But this kid, I mean, he's an old soul. I mean, honestly, he is. He's just a kid that, man, you just want to be around. You want to have him around, give him all the, you know, the training opportunities that, and he's going to do great things. They'll go down there with Zach. So, you know, and again, you know, it's Stryker Police Department, man. This is what we do. You know, we get guys ready and we get gals ready for full-time positions. You know, we experience turnover, but we deal with it. We're gonna improvise, adapt, overcome. We'll get this show on the road, get some more guys, gals in here, do what we can do. No. That was just coach speak.
Yeah, okay. I was about ready to go out and play.
Put a settlement up.
Put me in, coach. Yeah, but you know, I don't know. I mean, recruiting just isn't panning out. You know, trying to get other officers, other part-time officers in the county and elsewhere, trying to get them on board. It's tough. Honestly, I'll tell you right now, without council's consent, I was offering people, hey man, I'll go to the council and I'll try to get you a pay raise right now. You know, if you can start tomorrow. Haven't got any takers on it. But
Are other towns having the same issue? Do you know?
well, I can tell you, other towns aren't producing officers.
Well, I'm just wondering if they're having a rough time filling the positions, like.
No, they keep stealing them from us.
Well,
Yeah.
But, I mean, but do they stay
You know,
at the top?
okay, so you got, Edgerton, Eden is pretty much a one-man show at this point. Pioneer, West Indian doesn't use a whole lot of part-timers anymore,
Yeah,
so it's really,
4 or 5.
they got 5 full-timers. And real easy scheduling wise, as far as J.R. Jones goes. Pioneer, I think I think they still have on-call time up there, I'm pretty sure. I mean, I haven't heard lately.
Well, they're going officers from hour and a half away, 2 hours away, so they're struggling too to fill spots.
So, I mean, is it a case where the part-time just doesn't work out, we get to look at full-time versus?
I don't know. I mean,
you can only
We've
do
actually
so
talked
much.
about that.
yeah, we have.
And I don't know if it is
And
the
that's
answer.
probably gonna
You
have
can
to be
only do so much.
a conversation that comes up again. I don't know. I'm torn between that one because, if you go with 4, then you're almost gonna have to go with 5 because you're still gonna have to have an additional person to cover vacations and things of that nature. Because a 4-man, 12-hour day, and you know what? I mean, we're kind of at that point, Joe, where my guys on nights, it's not so much fun anymore. A 12-hour shift from 7P to 7A. I don't know quite where we need to go.
And you all heard that we're going to chat afterwards, and that will probably be one of the topics that we'll talk about as well. We may wind up, and it's one of the things that I kind of said when I was running for this position that I want to keep is 24-hour. I don't know that we're going to be able to keep it and stay in the black. I mean, it hurt the last time, which we knew it was going to. However, we may have to have some on call, but that's something that Chief and I can talk about.
All right, so going to the stats. Another, fairly busy month, 94 complaints. We had 29 traffic warnings, 1 traffic citation, which was mine. I was driving under suspension, boy. That's a good pitch. Stop sign, driving under suspension, got it. And 4 arrests. Yeah, write that down, please. So, other than that, I have nothing else.
Anything for Chief?
All right.
Thank you.
Chief?
Welcome.
That leads us into other. I will start here on my right-hand side, as always. Ladies first. Obviously, Bob would have 12 things to go because it's only been 50 minutes into this.
He'll show up in a minute.
Yes, sir, I have one.
Okay.
I know we mentioned before, I'm speaking on behalf of the Heritage Council. They are wanting to know the marker that got hit in front of the Dollar General store, the late night. Got that?
I guess I didn't notice.
Yeah. But, we mentioned it a while back, so they wanted me to ask, is there anything that we could do to see this repaired?
Yeah, those signs were all refurbished a few years back by an outsource, some company. Yeah, we could look at it.
You want to get something back, please?
Yes.
Let's see what it is.
I've got a meeting with them Thursday, so I'll let them know.
Who is are you the representative for the Heritage Council now?
I'm just speaking for them, but I go to the meetings.
Okay. When is the next meeting?
Thursday.
Okay, do me a favor, Rex.
Yes.
Ask them those signs. Are there like extra signs floating around out there? Are we missing any signs?
I'd have to ask you.
Did you see one in a garage somewhere?
No, but it was brought to my attention that one has been found on a buy-sell trade website.
William Knight.
Yeah, the Welcome to Stryker, home of William J. Knight, captain of the locomotive for General.
Check that out.
Yeah. I mean, I got a phone number.
Check it. Well, actually, we are going to take a field trip. We're going to go to Sturgis, Michigan. We're going out there to visit that depot, so that's where the meeting will be. I'll ask him.
Start on this side.
I have nothing.
Going once, going twice.
I have just a little bit of update. OEDCO meeting I attended, this week for dues, well, last week for municipal dues. Our municipal dues will not be going up. So, that was, I think a lot of the other entities will be, but ours will stay the same for OEDCO. And, this coming week, Thursday, Ellen, I think begrudgingly, is gonna be going to a WEDCO meeting on site selection. Like, what do you do to prepare for your bare land for businesses to come? Like what the state's looking for, type meeting. And then in November, either myself or Emily will be attending a meeting at the old Arrow building on prevailing wage and projects. So, just gonna give you an update of, we're staying active on what we can do.
Anything else?
That's it.
Okay. Chief?
Nope.
Solicitor?
I have nothing, sir.
Okay. Just for your information, there'll be a couple days here towards the end of this week that I may not have cell service, so that's not a bad thing, I think, sometimes. So I might be out of range, so if you're trying to get a hold of me, leave a message and then I'll return that. But I may be out of the contact area for bits of time, depending on where I'm walking through. So with that, is there a motion to adjourn?
I'll make a motion to adjourn.
A second?
Oh,
We're okay with that?
okay with that?
All right. Rock and roll. There's your eyes. We're gonna change that to eyes at the end. All in favor, say aye.